With that said, let me introduce my next guest today. A familiar face again. Happy New Year,
Happy
Benjamin
New Year.
Zulu.
How are you?
Good.
Happy
Good
to
to
be
see
here.
you.
Good to see you too.
Asante. Mwaka ulisha vizuri?
Meisha vizuri? Yeah, there's a singer I used to sing back in 2000 akisema ati ilikuwa mwaka 2000, anasema mwaka 2000 wacha uende. You know?
Yeah.
The year had good and bad things, and if I was asked, I wouldn't want a repeat of it.
Yeah.
I'm happy for the good things.
Okay.
But I don't want to go back.
Okay, but you're ready for 2020.
I'm ready for 2020.
Excited.
Yeah.
Good stuff. That's good. All right. Well, today, Benjamin and I are going to be discussing with you, what do men want in women? Benjamin, mi naona inaweza kuwa hii December labda kuna wanaume wengine wakachangamka, they went and proposed finally. They proposed. They've stopped saying that they're afraid of commitment. Maybe some people got very fortunate this last December.
Yeah.
And, are looking forward to the next year. But I think overall, even for those who maybe didn't propose, but they're thinking maybe this would be the year I wanna put myself out there. What is it that men are looking for?
And you reminded me, somebody kidding that he's looking for a girlfriend for hire. Because akienda nyumbani ataulizwa.
Or December.
So I'll just pay you for the trip. Go act. We come back. So
pressure.
Proposals, a holiday, they can be inspired by many things. We should be careful with them. They can be inspired by many things.
Oh, no.
A desire to put up a face.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Let's answer this question, what men want. Let's begin here by saying that men want different things. Every man wants what goes with who he is. A driven man is looking for a driven woman to support him. There are women who are looking for a very ambitious man to go to life with him. That man is looking for that kind of a lady. There are other men who are, leader-oriented. When I was looking, I was very clear, because I know I'm very public. I didn't want an equally public person. We need one of us to be naturally a supporter. I will not mute you. I want a person who knows what they want, but we should not be parallel, because you said parallel lines never meet. And it's a pity, because they have so much in common.
Yeah.
Because they have so much in common, they're headed the same place, that's why they never meet.
Wow.
We need a person who we have a meeting point. So driven men want to support us, but you also need to know, we have many men who are sick. Narcissists are looking for a woman who can be abusable, controllable. We have boys who have refused to grow up. They're looking for mothers to continue the mothering.
Yeah.
We have addicted men who are looking for financiers of the addiction. He's into alcohol. He looks for a girl who has money, charms his way to your heart.
Alafu mnakuja kucomplain ati women are rising.
Then he stays in the house while eating your salary, you're paying rent, and you can't tell other girls because, you deal with the problem there. And we are looking for men who are broken, and they're looking for a fixer. Kutoka achwe na last ex, ajaipona. And you are here to pay the sins of all the women community as their representative. Usinikumbushe Maggie alikuwa ananiambia hivyo. So now you can't correct him because Maggie corrected him in the same way. Now you can't even challenge him because Maggie did the same. So you are first to check what Maggie did so that you don't repeat it. So he is broken, and instead of healing, he wants you to adjust to his brokenness.
Wow.
Let me talk to guys. Because now we are saying men are looking for many, and we have these men who are so insecure, they're looking for a puppet. Akikwambia usitoke hapa, usivae hivyo, toa hizo nguo, change your nywele, hiko kiatu. One girl told me, and she's almost 30, that husband yake akikuja jioni ampate anakaa different na mrembo kidogo. Ulikuwa merembeka hivyo kienda wapi?
Haya.
Yeah, he's very insecure. And let me announce to ladies, the one sign of insecure men is when they want to control how you look. And when they track you, they check where you are going. That is one sign that I hope we do. Inakaa kama ati ni upendo, it just wants me for himself. Really, we say insecure men, they know they're not giving you what you deserve. So they're always afraid that you might go. The day you discover what you deserve, you will go.
Right. Okay. So, as we talk then about what men want in women.
Yes.
There's this thing about, I had a conversation once with a gentleman, a very educated gentleman, which was one of the most disturbing conversations I've had.
I suspect that's a setup for a disappointment. Continue.
He was basically telling me I'm married by this point, right? So it wasn't a tea. He was hitting on me or anything, but we were talking about relationships, and he started complaining about women, saying how wanawake wa siku hizi wanakuja na vitisho. Sijui just because ako na pesa, ako na gari, ako na nyumba, sasa anakuja na vitisho. So how does a woman, what does a man hata kizungu inapotea, like, is it that men just don't want a woman that is strong, independent in her career? What is it? Because if someone has gone and spent her time working, going to school, establishing herself, and then she comes into your life, but unasema akona vitisho, what exactly?
Let's address both sides of that problem. Problem one is women who have been single for long are not easy to date, because although they might love you emotionally, for all practical purposes, they are self-contained. They're used to doing things on their own. They have had to. I was talking to one girl, just pretty young girl, but she has completed one of the, a residential house with 60 units, with tenants. 25-year-old. Dad left her a plot of land. It's somewhere near campus. She said, let me develop it. Banks can easily do that. And within a short while, you're through that loan. And I was saying now, a guy will see this girl and start saying, oh, she's so independent. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. She has no place for me. So let me start by telling her, if you come to, ladies who have been single a while and who have developed economically and financially and all that, there's a part of their life that is really self-contained. It will take them effort to learn to need you. But I said to myself, if I was dating this girl, I know what I would do. There's something.
Yeah, the guy can make it easier.
Yes, let's come here. These are the guys who are afraid of you having money, who are afraid of you having a car. You show up for a date in a car, and it already changes his mindset.
Yeah.
So you'd be taking matatus to go see him so that you don't scare him.
Yeah.
Let's start by saying that there are these men who think submission means being weak. And that's a wrong notion. You can have a woman who is very empowered. I listened one time, I think it's Beatrice Elach, one of the women in the county. She was saying how the husband is such a supporter, who is always on the backdrop, but the strongest supporter she has. And they have a very wonderful relationship. She's out there in the public, the guy is in the private. There are women who are empowered, financially empowered, but they are also very relational, loving, present. Money cannot satisfy you emotionally. I tell men the key to any woman, whether she has money or she doesn't have, is emotions. Love her, cherish her.
Yeah.
You become something to her that she can't find anywhere else.
Right.
And women who have values, money doesn't change them.
Absolutely.
Let's announce this. Don't say because Jason is the media, because this woman is a lawyer. I hear lawyers, I hear media people, I hear nurses, I hear doctors. Professions and money don't change people. People make the profession according to who they are. Huyo kijana ulikuwa unaongea that day alikuwa anakuambia with these women, he was also so stupid. He forgot he was talking to a woman. Do you know we have learned fools?
Yes.
So he should have been cautious now that he was talking to one of you. Yeah. Let's start here by saying that he was wearing a broken glasses, so everything looked broken.
Yeah.
When you wear blue glasses, a glass with a shade, everything looks with that shade.
Right.
This man, the category I say they are broken. So they are looking for a sympathizer. I'll teach you next time how to get into those men's lives. Oh, I actually agree with you. Next time, just agree. Just agree with him. He will take you along his pathology and show you where he's sick.
Wow.
Then he will allow you to challenge him. After you're first empathized, I know why you would say that.
So it's not that men can't handle a woman with money. Part of it is just that they need to also deal with their own insecurities.
That's it. That man was broken. He had dealt with that. And another problem is he came from his line of men he came from were sitting on weak women. So he only thought the woman who can stay with me is one who has no money. The traditional African woman who was staying at home waiting for money to be sent. So he thinks that for a wife to stay at home, she should have no money, no job. There are men who are still suffering from their father complex because their fathers were, the mothers were housewives.
It's a big issue, Benjamin.
It is.
Lots of young people talk
There's
about
a liberation to be done for every young man who is going to date a modern woman.
Yeah.
I joked at that place. I told, ask most Kenyan men to describe a wife and they'll describe a house help.
Preach.
They'll be describing.
Very true.
They had asked me why.
A house help with benefits.
They had asked me why guys are sleeping around with house helps. I said, the house help looks closer to what he thinks of a woman than you.
Ouch.
She's there submissive, no money, just yes, and cook, bring food, and no challenge. That guy has a sick or 100 years old notion of a wife, and this girl comes closer to it.
So essentially, for a guy to find what he wants in a woman, he first has to address his own issues.
And we need to tell girls that. Let me first talk to girls. When you go to dating, stop opening your mouth and describing the kind of man you are looking for. Oh, I want a guy who's very ready to do this. I want a guy this. When you go for dates, shut your mouth. Get outside yourself and watch the man in front of you.
Watu wanataka urudie kwa hii kamera ati uongeleshe raia. New Year's Day message, State of the Union.
Girls, listen to me. When you're talking this guy, early onset of interaction, don't open your heart as to what you're looking for. Any fool can fake to fit what you're looking for. Don't show too openly what you're expecting. Mukikutana date usianze na maombi. Tuombe chakula.
Unataka actions.
Usianze na testimony, I'm saved. You are showing too openly what you are made of.
So tunafanya tungoje.
Be blank. Be polite but blank so that you can study him. Akisuggest kwamba juu anajua umatoka church, flow along with a nonchalant distance.
Kuna wanaume wanajifanya wameokoka just at the
We come to church to look for girls. Everybody knows that. Ni nyinyi tu amjui.
Benjamin, umeanza mwaka mpya na moto aje.
I need to announce this. Every guy looking for a good girl goes to church.
Tusidanganye.
Mumelelewa vizuri. We know there are girls we running clubbing out there. We know they are not wife materials.
By the way, nishaambiwa ati, because I studied with some Nigerians, and I'd see them messing around with all these other girls, right? And then one day I'm like, he's coming to hit on me. I'm like, but wewe, mi nakuonanga. He's like, that one, Joyce, that's just a girl. But me, I'm looking for a wife.
Thank you. That's a man's code.
Ni vile
tuwaambiagie, tutaki kuchanua the prey, alafu ikimbie. We are the predators. We want to keep these codes to ourselves. We can tell a wife material from a club material.
Bas, mbona mnatuchezea na nyinyi?
It deserves us. You ask, is that a question or an answer?
No, because then pia wanadada pia wanachanuka pia, because now they're seeing you guys are also just playing games.
Let me tell you, we play games with those who entertain.
Making it harder for yourselves.
We play games with those who are allowing the playing of the games.
Okay, that's true.
Thank you. So one, I was saying this, girls, when you want to know what a man wants, don't describe what you want yourself. This is an interview. Keep your scorecards hidden. You're looking for a guy who looks like... Christianity is not shown by those small rituals of praying over food, giving testimonies, quoting Bible, and ending with hallelujah and changing your voice. Sister, Jesus. That's pretense. That's drama. If he shows up for date with the Bible, ban him. Disqualify that fool at once. If he comes with a suit and a tie and is hot and he's sweaty, that's a sick fella. He needs rescue, not relationship.
I can't deal with you. I can't deal with you.
So those are rituals, and anybody can put them on to fool you.
But no, okay, at what point then do we... Because tunataka kuwa mtu ameokoka.
Next, thank you. Let me tell you how to know whether he's Christian or not. Instead of asking where you want to see yourself 5 years to come, ask him, where were you 5 years ago? That will tell you whether he has made choices that are Christian.
Wow.
It's choices that show Christianity. It's values that show Christianity. It's the depth of character. You can see a calm and you can see godliness on somebody's face. Not when he talks to phone on people who are annoying. Yeah. Notice whether he tips the waiter. Notice whether he greets the man. Tipping and greeting is not about having money or surplus. It's about the kindness. Yeah. The heart is shown by those small things. Yeah. To you, because he's interested, he is acting, putting a lot of effort to act. Check when he's treating those other people he's not acting to. When somebody cuts him in the line, when somebody delays them, conductor akiongezea 10. Those are the things that show the heart. And he cannot hide all those. Just observe.
It's very important.
Don't try to mold him to what you are hoping for. Don't be childish. Be sound here. Be sober here. And another thing, even if you have been having this guy for 2 years and don't know where he's taking this, and you are hoping and all the hoping, don't give him exclusivity when he has not earned it. Keep seeing Akina Zulus, Akina Saimo, Akina Brayo, talk to them on phone, respond to their messages, don't block them, don't withdraw from Facebook. Some girls have acted foolishly by withdrawing from Facebook, saying, on Facebook, I can't tell who is for real and who is fake. Even on earth, you can't tell who is for real, who is fake. You're just lazy.
Yeah.
You're just lazy. Hey, ni mafisi tu nikawambia mafisi wanajiidentify younger the first time they inbox you by calling you pet names. Akikuita baby,
true.
sweetheart, either he's stupid or a fisi or both. He has identified himself a very easy criteria. Somebody who greets you, hi Joyce, I like your clothing. Now that's a polite guy. You can respond, thank you. If he wants to continue, you can chat. Facebook is very safe because nobody can hurt you through a phone.
Yeah.
It's very safe. I tell you, it's easier to date on Facebook, to be available on Facebook, because you can interact with 10 guys on the same day, and you can't do that in real life. So I'm telling girls, go analyze what you want. Have in mind the kind of guy you're looking for. If you want a guy who's taller than you, don't waste time for the brother who is shorter than you. Because for most girls, that matters, apparently. Apparently, that's important. They want to look up to you, not to look down. There are girls who don't mind. They say, I want. So decide what you want physically and emotionally, and all that, and also be realistic. Don't be idealistic. We don't have ideal people. Be realistic. But again, don't bargain too low. I told people, if you don't marry a person who fulfills your appetite, you keep on seeing food outside there. You never feel like you ate home. Yes. you never feel like. So if the person makes you happy 70%, that's about the best you can get in this life.
Wow. So either you settle with it,
kuna vitu utapata mbinguni. Tafadhali tuache kutafuta mbingu huku duniani, eh?
Hey boy, cool down this guy as we go on break. Uko sawa baba? Guy, we'll be back. This is Full Circle with Joyce. Stay tuned. Anaitwa Benjamin Zulu. Hiyo tu, ni hayo tu kwa sasa. Benjamin, karibu tena to Full Circle with Joyce. Maze, but here's the thing. Chenye unasema ni ukweli, right? And we need to be very frank with ourselves, with the way we conduct relationships. Let's not take the same sort of nonsense and the same sort of, hurts that we were causing on to people into 2020. It's a brand new year. Let's say that we're going to have with ourselves a very fresh start. And so then, for gentlemen who are not necessarily very confident, right? But perhaps they know what they want in a woman. And these are good guys, right? Tunasikianga ma-church girls wanapenda ma-bad boys na sio watu wa church. I mean, they're not as attracted, let's say, to church boys.
I'm tempted to tell you the psychology behind that. But
very briefly.
You always desire what you don't have in your life. So those people who are very cultured, constrained, and put together, they desire the freedom the bad boys seem to be living in. So they'll be attracted. The bad boy desires order.
Good girl.
Desires
Right.
order. And, stability and self-control. And you seem to be epitomizing that. So we always desire what, even if it's harmful, it's just so lacking in our life, sounds like a breath of fresh air.
I see. Okay. So for a gentleman, though, who maybe isn't the most confident, or he has a measure of confidence, but, is not very assertive with himself, what would you advise him this year, as maybe he's sitting down and thinking, you know what, I think I'm ready to settle down. I think I'm ready to start looking. What would you advise a gentleman like that as far as even what he is looking for and how he should go about finding it?
Good. If he is still looking and he's a little bit private and reserved, he's an introvert, for example, and he has no confidence, ama amejaribu kuapproach msichana na akakuwa hurt before, akakuwa ashamed. One method you can do that is, first of all, let's look at you. Contact me. You can contact me on phone and all that, or contact me, a professional person. You can discuss your life. There could be something new that makes you afraid. And then you communicate it to everybody, non-verbally.
Okay.
They see timidity, they see fear, they say, what's wrong with you? So you show it a lot. It could be that something you can deal with. Number two, it could be just the natural fear. I don't know who told people that dating is easy. People come saying, the moment they experience a few difficulties, they're giving up. And I was asking, what did you expect? You can't get a good thing, anything good, easily.
Yeah.
Even dating is no exception.
Yeah.
So I want the brother to brace for the journey. Somebody asked me how many people I checked on while I was searching. Count here. I did not count, because you don't count misses. We count hits. So, but to give you a number, conservatively 50.
50?
If you need a figure. If you're talking about everybody is checked on, just trying, could this be the one?
Wait, what does checked on mean? Because that's the other question that us ladies have, as far as what do men actually want in women.
The other day I walked to the guy.
Because for chicks, if a chick is to come and tell you that she's checked on 50 dudes, well, utashtuka.
Ladies
Guys
don't
don't
hunt,
like that.
they're hunted. So I'm talking about the hunter, not the hunted.
Okay, so for ladies, you would think that's kind of
Oh, I've checked on you. Just how many people have checked on you? Tell me 100, your scales go up for me. I tell you, you're very marketable.
I'm in demand.
You are. You cannot. And I'll tell you next time when you are married, you're also very attractive to another type. Because when you're married, you
I
look
know.
forbidden. And the forbidden is always more attractive.
Kuna watu wenye tabia mbaya. Nimeshaonyesha mtu
Usiwakemee,
pete na
you're
niambia
just
ati.
acknowledging their effort. They are happy now.
Okay. Good Lord. Okay.
So this boy, what I walked to check on a girl means this. I walked to the guy who was having a lot of difficulty trying to get a good woman the other day. While we were walking, we were around supermarket. Check that girl in a supermarket. Why did you greet that girl? So checking means greet, introduce,
Okay.
and go.
Well, you said something. He's looking for a good woman. What is a good woman?
He has had
in the
many
eyes
girls
of a man?
before. He has had these casual things, flings. There's a girl who comes on the weekend, but he's sure he will never marry that girl.
But kwa nini unafanyanga hivyo?
The guy he's trained very highly. He's an advocate and the training is very rigorous. Lawyers are trained in a rigorous way. And I told them being a lawyer is a blessing and a curse at the same time. The rigor you're taken through, you begin to look at that for that in women. Either you marry a colleague lawyer or come down to the rest of us.
Yeah.
So I told her, and their profession is a battle. It's a fight every time.
Yeah.
So what this guy would tell him is one, there are some skills of dating you need to be taught how to make connections. And introverts, I encourage them to chat because chatting is easier for them than talking face to face.
Okay. Okay.
Encourage writing, chatting, and other kind of things. So check out with a professional or develop techniques that work for your type of personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be too shy until you get late, brother.
What about these instances, you know, because a man says now, I want a woman who can cook, she needs to look good, she needs to, like you're saying, it's an idyllic woman, like this woman is supposed to be perfect in all regards. And there are those guys who insist on their girlfriend, hata kabla akue girlfriend, lazima akuje kwake, amfulie, sijui aoshe vyombo, ampikie chakula, ndio ajue kaa yeye ni wife material.
And to warm his bed. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The problem with this kind of guys, I don't need to take you to my house to see you performing. I can see the kind of person you are. By talking to you, I can tell the roles you play in your home. You know, the tasks you played in your home, and I can tell. I don't need to test drive you. You're not a car. You know, those guys who seem to be doing that, unafaa ujiulize amefanyia hivyo wangapi?
Right.
How many have been done like that? And how many have been hand? I told guys, good girls seem to come from wife materials. Those virtuous women seem to come from the same human family. And you can only find one in a lifetime.
Wow.
You mistreat one, unless it was natural thing like death or something. You don't get another one. The moment they sniff that their sister was mistreated, they also know they're not safe with you.
Yeah.
And they are good women. Good women have this characteristic. They're not desperate. They're not even flattered by your achievements. They first of all want to study your person. Because they know that one will last longer.
Exactly.
This other one is persona. Your fame,
Na
whether you
tunajua
are this,
magari yanaendeshwa na maloni.
that's persona. Yes, they are looking for the person. They are not interested in what people think, how popular you are. So I thought this guy, I was telling him, because he was saying he can get any girl because he has money, driving good cars and all that. And I told him, you're not talking about the wife. You're not talking about wife material. You're talking about those women. If you can have a woman by money, she is not a wife material.
Right.
So I told her, the woman you're looking for, first of all, her integrity will check. She'll be checking on your character as a person.
Wow.
She is happy that you have built yourself financially. She's actually happy that you're progressive. But there's another side she's more interested in because she's not in your life for the money.
I need us to talk about that because, as you said earlier, driven guys will also want a driven woman.
Yes.
Right? And here you're also talking about these words, integrity and accountability. But for you to find that woman, it also means you as a gentleman need to be willing to be corrected.
Correct.
Even by her. But a lot of gentlemen are not willing to have that because wao sasa ndio ndume, yeye ndio anajua. So, you know, do guys appreciate that?
Thank you for using that word because I wanted to use it. Tafuta mwanaume na sio dume. Sawa. You're looking for a man, not a bull. You know, bulls don't give way. They must,
wow.
Force their way.
That's powerful, yeah.
You need a man who is secure enough to listen to your input, to respect. My girl told me she wanted a guy who will allow her to dress him. And I said, I was dreaming of that. I don't like thinking about what I wear tomorrow. I don't like ironing. I was looking for that exactly. Can you think on my behalf? I give you clothes, buy money, buy the clothes for me, do the thing for me.
Yeah.
You need a guy who gives you your area of competence, akuachie perform. And I hear girls telling me there are guys who don't like to be kupewa recommendation as addressing. And I'm wondering, where do you get these fools from? Anyway, so there's some girls who describe their husband and you think they're describing a monster.
Right.
They come to my inbox and this guy demeans me, criticizes me, he locks me in the house, doesn't want me to go out, to interact with my people, doesn't want me to work. I have to account for every coin and gives me to the last coin. And my screaming question is, what are you doing with him? Where did you get him from? You know, you had a choice, my dear. God said the man you marry will rule over you, but he asks you to choose your ruler.
Right.
He give you the power to choose who to rule you. The point is, I told girls that if they marry at 20, 21, and 22, and 23, to stop coming here complaining that the person they married is flirting around. Because at that early age, they're supposed to be exploring. I told them the one mistake they make is if you marry too early before you can read character, you are prone to make mistakes. Grow enough until you can read character. And you can tell red signs when they still look pink. Because when you're in love, red signs look pink. He's checking on you every time. He's controlling, but you think he's concerned.
Yeah.
He can't stay without thinking about. But you can tell this call. Mko na nani? Pigie picha. Anapiga video call. And unafikiri hiyo ni upendo. He's showing you already that he's very insecure and possessive.
Yeah. So we also need to then be very frank with ourselves, because I think we try and sanitize a lot of things. Yes. We say that him checking on us, we're like, at least he checks in on me. It's almost like you want to feel like he's jealous, but it's not a healthy thing at all. True
love is jealous, but it's not possessive. Nobody should interfere with your personal freedom. Joyce, I asked you the other day, how does it go down with you, an adult, somebody asking you, how does that go down with as a self-respecting adult? You should feel insulted. So when women tell me this has gone on for years, I'm wondering, when did you switch off your dignity as a person to be allowed to be taken as a puppet? You should feel an insult. Mtu akikuuliza umechange your nywele na pesa gani? You know, nobody should ask you that. So the one thing we need to tell girls is this: don't be too presumptive. Be realistic with yourself.
Hey. Benjamin Zulu. Before you, this is the first day of January 2020. Benjamin amekuja, ametumwagilia makaa moto. Umeturushia tu makaa moto. But it's important. I mean, we need to change. We need to be better people in 2020.
Yes.
Emotionally, physically, psychologically, everything. And so, you know what? I want to give you a moment. Uongee tena na raia. Speak to the nation, specifically our men. Just as far as who they are and who they can be, I think a lot of people are ready to be in relationships, but there's a lot of issues we need to deal with among our own selves first. So I just want to give you that chance to just speak out to the guys who are watching.
So brothers, our identity as a man is found by the instrument upstairs, not the instrument downstairs. Don't identify yourself with how you can perform by your energy. Identify yourself by the integrity, how much you can grow a woman, how much you can respect a woman. You may not have been born oriented into that, but you can grow yourself into it. And this year, the one thing you can do well is to redefine your role in a relationship. You are not a master or controller, you are a partner. You need a helper. And if you need a helper, then accept help. If you don't help, don't disturb another woman, you know. Another thing is, these open-ended relationships, so let's see where it goes. You are not showing leadership, you are showing insecurity and confusion. How about you decide what you want in your life, so that whenever a woman comes, you describe the job description. This is where I'm going, and I want you to assist me with this. That will even help you and give you clarity yourself. And finally, there are some guys who I tell them, if you get a good woman, don't rush her to bed, because you will destroy the connection. Sex churns up very ugly emotions and insecurities when it is done outside the wrong time. You can lose good people if you are too hurried. Another thing I told you, if you tell the girl about bed and all that, it registers that that's what you have done with other women. And it churns some insecurity. Some women are not insecure. It's us who behave untrustworthy. You want to churn up those things. How about you be trustworthy about you do, so that you give her permission to give you now permission to go where you want. behave trustworthy so she can trust you and give you freedom to operate. But I tell people, I'm trustworthy to my girl out of self-serving interest, because nikibehave vizuri ataniacha ni perform, nikibehave vibaya inabidi animulike na torch every time. And I was looking for the freedom. Thank you so much. Can I mention my social media?
Yes, please.
Zulu Benjamin at Gmail. That's my Zulu Benjamin at Gmail email. Facebook, Zulu Benjamin page with the word page at the end. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Benjamin. Always a pleasure. I'm grateful we got to start the brand new year with you.
Yeah.
You've certainly given us a whole lot to think about this New Year's Day. Hey, guys, 22999 is the SMS line. Benjamin Zulu is his name. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break right now. But when we come back, we have prepared a segment beforehand for you, talking about an indulgent New Year's meal treat. We're going to be showing you how you can actually prepare this with our guests, Coco Network. Stay tuned. This is Full Circle with Joyce, coming up next.